Good morning, everyone. Welcome to WakeBreak Yoga with UC Davis. My name is Linda Nueva, and I am a certified Iyengar Yoga teacher. We'll be doing a couple of poses today. Sit down on your mat, join the knees, and sit down as best you can on your ankles. Take a blanket, folded neatly, or a towel, or a sweater, or a coat, whatever you need to do the practice. Take the blanket and stand back up on your knees and place the blanket over the ankles. Use the hands to take the buttocks flesh out towards the sides. Can you feel a sense of the heel bone connecting right up into the sits bones to give a sense of stability in the lower body for this pose? How does it feel? So this pose is called Vajrasana. Vajrasana. It's called lightning bolt pose in English. And you can do it anytime within a sequence. It has so many great purposes. Contract the outer hips in towards the midline so the pose has even greater sense of containment. Bring the shoulders right above the buttocks and lift the chest. Lift the chest. Extend the sides of the waist. Press the tops of the toes strongly into the mat, and on an inhalation, lift the arms over the head. Lift the arms over the head as you find that extension through the waist and the lift through the chest. On an exhalation, take the arms down. Remove the blanket, place it to the side, and stand on the knees for the next pose, Parigasana. Parigasana is gate latch pose, and it's such a great preparation for standing poses, and it's good to do just on its own. Create your best mountain pose as you stand on your knees. And if your knees are feeling irritated, you can take your blanket and place it down just like so. Always be gentle to your knees. Best mountain pose, standing on your knees, lift the chest. On an exhalation, take the right leg out to the side, and yes, I'm mirroring you. And create a right angle between the calf and the thigh. And the right heel, it comes straight up and creates in line with the left knee. Now, a common thing is people will let the opposite hip splay out to the side. But just like Vajrasana, we learned that in Vajrasana, contract the left hip in. Get that sense of containment. Place the back of the right palm on the right knee and inhale the left arm up. Inhale the left arm up. Straighten the arm. Keep the left arm in line with the ear. Press the left toes down into the floor or the blanket. New, just as if you're doing it for the very first time. And see if you can extract a bit more length from the left side body. On an exhalation, take the left arm over to the side. Over to the side. Arm in line with the ear. I'm feeling a strong, I would say, stretch on the sides of the torso. Straightening the arm. Inhale, lift the arm up. Release the pose, come back to standing on the knees. Create your best mountain pose, standing on the knees. And on your next exhalation, take the left leg out to the side and create a right angle between the calf and the thigh. Heel is right in line with the knee. Place the left palm in front of the thigh. Press the right toes down strongly into the floor. That's going to give you a strong sense of leverage. And lift the right arm over and up. Get that length in the waist. Straightening the arm. Lift find an extension from the hips to the fingertips and keep the right arm close in towards the ear. Exhale. Come on over to the side. But don't let that hip splay out. Keep it in line, just like we did in Vajrasana. Exhale, release, stand on your knees, and sit back down. So, how does it feel sitting down with the heels to the sits bones without the blanket? It's going to be different for pretty much everybody. But for most people, you'll get a greater sense of foundation in the pose using the blanket. So let's do Vajrasana again. So every pose needs to be fed by energy, by foundational energy. If the bottom part of the pose is wobbly, then the pose needs to be nourished from a deeper place. It's like having a well. It might be a cooler looking pose without the blanket for sure. But how does that pose really feed us and take care of us from not just an anatomical perspective, but an energetic perspective as well? So take your blanket or towel. I've got mine folded like a postage stamp. I'm coming up, placing the blanket over my ankles, and I'm sitting back down. Again, I'm taking the buttocks flesh out to the sides so I can create a connection between the heels and the sits bones. My inner eye, use your inner eye. Are you tilting forwards? Are you tilting backwards? How are your shoulders doing in terms of being in line with the hips? Bring the arms forward, straight ahead, and then clasp the fingertips all the way to the webbing. On an exhalation, rotate the palms forwards, and let the flesh of the palms open up as much as possible. Contract the elbows in. Reestablish that foundation of the pose by pressing the tops of the toes of the feet into the floor and contracting the hips. I can feel myself get taller. Inhale, yes, I'm lifting up the arms. In Vajrasana. It feels absolutely majestic at this early hour. Exhale, take the arms down. Bring the arms in front of you. Clasp the fingertips all the way up to the webbing, but with the other less natural grip of the hands. Spin the palms out in front of you. Keep that strong foundation of the pose on the bottom half of the body. Lift the arms over the head, over the head. Be in the pose. Vajrasana, lightning bolt pose. Exhale, bring the arms down. So we did 2 poses today. Vajrasana, lightning bolt pose, it's a seated pose. And we did Parigasana, gate latch pose, which is a preparation for standing poses like triangle. And it's also a pose that stands entirely on its own. Thank you for this short yoga time that we've had to practice together. I look forward to seeing you all the next time.